What's going on, everybody? Time for your Payback 2017 review. Um, from what I've been hearing, the show was really bad. I don't know if I watched the same show or if it's because I missed like half of the matches or something because of work. But like, was it that bad, Casey? Was it as bad as people are saying it is?
It was trash. They took every opportunity that they had to make it somewhat good and went, nah.
I mean, okay, what did you not like about it?
Most of the finishes, that all the title matches were at the beginning of the show. The House of Horrors matches was stupid. The Braun Strowman match was dumb. We'll go through everything. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm gonna let you take care of the pre-show match because even though I don't know, was the pre-show match really early in the pre-show? Because I watched the pre-show, like I watched the last little bit of the pre-show, and I watched the pre-show at like 7:30, and I was hoping at one point I would see the match at some point, but neither one of those points was where that match was. So
No,
um,
it was pretty early.
okay, so I didn't get to see the pre-show match because I didn't get home till late. So thoughts on the pre-show match, I guess.
Well, we had Enzo and Cass versus Gallows and Anderson for God knows what, possibly a #1 contender. I don't even fucking know anymore. This was essentially a Raw match. Like there was no point in this being on the pay-per-view, even on the pre-show. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It just wasn't like pay-per-view quality, I didn't think. And I hated the finish. I mean, I know I obviously wanted Cass and Enzo to win, and they did, but
Then why are you complaining? Sorry.
they made them, it was like a roll up, and they made them look even weaker than they already
Oh,
were. Like they got
okay. So now, now roll ups aren't an issue.
I never had a problem with roll ups. You're the one who has issues with the roll ups because
That's what I'm saying though.
one
That's
time
what I'm saying.
in a
No,
video
that's what I'm
game.
saying though. Now you've got problems with roll ups because of one finish. Oh, okay. Whatever.
I don't have a problem with roll-ups, but when you have a team that already is booked incredibly weak and you make them look even weaker, like, what was the point of this match? And we know they're not going to do anything with either of these teams, so
You're not wrong. You are not wrong about that one. All right. That's my thoughts on that match because I didn't watch it. I might go back and watch it. I don't know. Is it worth it?
No.
All right.
Did you see the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton video package or Miz TV?
Nope. I forgot those were on there too. Yeah. You want to talk about that too?
Yeah, I mean, pretty good Bray Wyatt Randy Orton video package. This was where they kind of explained how the match was going to go. And from the way they explained it, I immediately didn't like it because first of all, it starts in the whatever the House of Horrors was supposed to be, and they make their way to the ring, and then it has to be pinfall, submission, or forfeit. And I would rather have it been a kind of like a boiler room brawl where they, just make it out of the House of Horrors or something.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to, because when they finally get to the ring, it just feels like a normal match, and it's like, what's the point? Especially when you think about that the title is not on the line, so it's like, why am I getting invested in this match if it doesn't? We'll get to that match. And then Miz TV,
I
Miz.
did catch some of Miz TV. Like I caught Balor destroying the ring, and I caught like the very first part of Balor like sitting down and talking. So not much.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all it was. He talked about Balor Club and how it was dumb. I don't know. I love Finn Balor, but again, this didn't need to be on the pre-show. They could have just done this on like Raw tomorrow night.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we should move on to the United States Championship match. We had Chris Jericho going up against the champion at the time, Kevin Owens, where I think we all knew Kevin Owens was going to win. Like I said, I didn't see much of this match, but from what I saw, I liked it. Now, maybe that makes me think this show was a little bit better than it was because, like, I kind of saw bits and pieces of matches, so it kind of helped me a little bit. I don't know, but definitely, I'm gonna go back and watch this show again whenever I get time to watch this show again. I don't know when that's gonna be, but eventually. I thought this match was pretty good. I don't know if I like the finger spot or not. The only reason I did like the finger spot is because of the whole slamming his finger in the not trash can, in the steel steps spot. I always liked that spot. That was a good spot. But Jericho won, which is confusing. But then again, so I guess Owens is on Raw right now.
I have no idea what's going on now with this at all.
Okay. Well, hadn't they already started something with Owens already on SmackDown? So if he goes back to Raw, then yeah, because they started Owens AJ Styles.
Did they?
I think they did, yeah.
Oh, I haven't really watched either. So
I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen that part of it because that's kind of what's been starting the show recently. It started the last show, and then I saw it because I watched the show before, so I know it was on that show. But yeah, that was gonna be a thing. I hope it's still a thing. But now, I don't know. I don't know what this means for Kevin Owens though. I guess. And it's kind of confusing that Jericho won the title back. Like as far as like predictability, it kind of threw it out of the window a little bit, but still, it's kind of like, really though, really. And I mean, Owens hasn't had the title for what? When did he win the title? Mania?
Yeah, I think so.
So I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. But Casey, thoughts on Jericho versus Owens for the U.S. title?
The match itself wasn't bad. I mean, these two put on good matches. It was just like you said, the finish was why. I mean, it makes it even more confusing because I think everyone thought that Jericho was going to be taking time off to go on tour with Fozzy again, because I know they have a new single out and whatever. So if that's happening, how are they going to do it? I mean, granted, they barely book the United States title good anyway. So, I mean, he could go on tour with it and it wouldn't make any difference, really. Considering, I mean, even with the Intercontinental title, we forget that, Dean Ambrose is the champion half the time anyway. So if we forget about the U.S. title, it's not really going to be much of a difference. But it's just, I don't know what they're doing now. I hope, it would be cool if they did something with Kevin Owens and AJ. I think they would have a good feud. But, who does Jericho, feud with now? Who I don't know what they're doing anymore. But yeah, the match itself wasn't terrible. It's just the end, the finish that's like confusing as hell.
All right, Austin Aries versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Take it away, I guess.
Well, this match, this got ruined for me because I started the main card, like the actual show, late, which wouldn't have been an issue, but the WWE app sent me a notification that told me the outcome, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, you can turn those off, right?
I know, but I didn't even mean to look at it, but there was a Snapchat, and I went to go look at the Snapchat, and the notification was there. I was like, shit. But this was a really good match. Again, just the finish. I was like, oh, just give Aries the title. Do it. I love Neville, but Aries, damn it. Or Jack Gallagher. Jack too. Yeah.
Nope. The king stays king, Casey.
I mean, we'll get to the Queen soon. So,
If anyone gets
thoughts
that
on the
reference,
match?
you're the greatest of all time. But anyway, I thought the match was pretty good from, like I said, from what I watched. It seemed like a good match. Not necessarily that I'm surprised. Um, the finish to this, what actually causes this qualification? Because like I said, I saw it, but something I don't remember right now.
Neville had Austin Aries had Neville in his submission the last
He pulled the referee down or something, right?
Yeah, he grabbed the referee, and I was like, that caused it. Just what?
Yeah, usually that wouldn't cause disqualification the first time it happened, but I would understand if he kept doing it or something, but I don't understand it either. Because I remember that now. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm glad Neville's still the champion because I don't want him to ever lose ever. We need to stop being typical wrestling fans and wanting new people. Screw that. We need Neville forever. we need the king of the cruiserweights forever. Hey, going. But I wonder what happens though once he loses the title. Like that, I think that scares me more than anything. Like once Neville loses the title, is he gonna kind of go back into mediocrity, or I kind of wonder what's gonna happen with that. But
he's gonna go back with the rest of the cruiserweight division. I don't know where they are, but he's gonna go there.
Yeah, they all it's it's usually like the two top guys, and then it's the two people fighting over the championship and everybody else. like that's usually how it is. I feel like with the cruiserweight division.
There's occasionally one other feud. Everybody else, nope.
But then we had the Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I feel like this was a pretty good match for what it was. I feel like it was a pretty good match though. I mean, I just didn't like this match because I cannot with Sheamus and Cesaro. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but I just can't. Like they're just not believable to me. And I think I said that on predictions, but it's just true. Like I cannot watch them and believably think they're gonna win the titles. Like they just don't click for me. Like they don't click for me as a tag team, and they don't click for me as like a legitimate tag team at that. So I wasn't very interested in this match. I'll be honest. I kind of blanked out a couple times in this match because I just wasn't interested. Like I think even when Sheamus and Cesaro won the number one contenders shot, I was just kind of like, why? Why did they win it? Because I would rather see somebody else. But then again, like I guess you need a team to lose first to the Hardys, so it kind of makes sense. But Casey, thoughts on the Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool, finally, seeing the first kind of built up pay-per-view for the Hardys return. Because obviously, WrestleMania was their first pay-per-view back, but that was a surprise, for whoever didn't read spoilers or whatever. But this was their first, since WrestleMania build up to a pay-per-view, so that was kind of cool. Again, like you said, Sheamus and Cesaro just aren't believable as a tag team. I think they could have just as well had, Big Cass and Enzo lose to the Hardys, or even Anderson and Gallows, and it would have felt more believable because those two feel like teams. They feel like legitimate teams. Sheamus and Cesaro, I like them, but I can't get behind them. But I thought that the match was pretty good. I liked, the attack afterward was okay. We did see some blood from Matt. Broken Matt? Maybe, but probably not. But yeah, I mean, the match itself I didn't think was terrible. Just why Sheamus and Cesaro? Why? Why? Why couldn't it have been Edge and Christian?
Right? But anyway, let's jump into the next match, which is Alexa Bliss versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. I definitely like this match. I thought it was good. I enjoyed I enjoyed the story of it with Alexa just being the no, I didn't. That's a lie. I like I don't know how to explain this.
So basically, what
Because
you're saying is you didn't like this match, but it was match of the night.
yes, the Justin way, But I I don't know. Like I felt like this match was actually kind of random. Like to me. Now, albeit I haven't watched Raw like every single moment, every single second of every moment of Raw, but this match felt random to me. Like Alexa Bliss winning the number one contenders spot felt random to me, and like this just felt random to me. So I felt like Bayley was gonna win, but it was a good match though. I enjoyed it. I think these two worked, pretty well together. Alexa, to me, I'm excited that she won, just because like the Bayley underdog story to me is nowhere near where it was in NXT, and I would rather them cut it off kind of early and save it for maybe save it for later or something than to basically just I mean basically just try to recreate what happened in NXT right now, because right now it's not really getting over, and Alexa as a heel I think does get over. Um, so I mean I like it, and I like that they like, and this is what they should do like all the time, but they don't. Alexa like made history, I guess you could say, right? For this like new era or whatever. And they stopped and recognized it, at least on commentary, which was great, because like a lot of times, because I think we talked about it with Charlotte's streak when it finally ended, they were just like, okay, it ended. All right, bye. Like, all right, next match. Like they didn't like all the attention was on it. All this attention was on it, and then they just kind of threw it away. Whereas like I felt like with this, like I didn't even think about it, and that was the thing. Like I didn't think about it being potentially being like a history making moment or whatever, or like this huge moment for Alexa. But like I like that they stopped and recognized it. But I enjoyed this match. I just kind of wonder who Alexa's gonna feud with, because I think one of the biggest issues right now with Raw is like there's no depth, it doesn't feel like. And I mean I know there's other women, but they're not pushing them to the point where you feel like there's any depth. And two, last point, I think, maybe. But two, I felt like it makes sense that Alexa could beat Bayley in the way that she did. And even her like kind of one of her first matches, first pay-per-view match against her, because she came from the deeper division and she was able to beat everybody in the deeper division. So why wouldn't she be able to come to more of the shallow end of the pool, I guess you could say. So I mean I think it's believable, and I want to see what they're going to do with it. And I like Alexa as champion. I rag on Casey a lot about Alexa, but I do like Alexa as champion. I think she does a good job as champion. Why is Brie Bella still on the active roster page? Anyway, but but I do like her as champion. I was just looking at Raw's women's division. Hopefully, Dana Brooke. Okay. I guess Emma's there, right? Mm-hmm.
Sort
I
of.
don't know, but I would like to see an Emma Alexa Bliss match. That would be pretty cool. They should do that right now. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, this was a good match. I just kind of felt like the feud was kind of lost a little bit. There was a little bit lost on the feud, but I feel like from a match standpoint, it was nice, and I like the finish of it as far as Alexa Bliss winning. But Casey, thoughts?
I think first off, I do like that they acknowledged that she was the first ever woman to win the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. That was kind of cool. But what was confusing to me, and I've said this in the past on, past reviews, is, we all heard about, the rumors that, Vince didn't like the way that Alexa's run was going. He didn't like how she was, the champion, whatever. So they took the title off of her. And then it felt like a week later she won the #1 contendership. So it's like, what are they doing in creative? Do they want her as champion? Do they not want her as champion? How am I supposed to get behind?
But I guess too, if the plan was to put her on Raw anyway, they would have had to take the title off of her.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't like her as champion on SmackDown, why push her so quickly on Raw? It didn't make sense to me.
Two, another issue that I have with this is we won't get Sasha versus Bayley at SummerSlam. I mean, we might, but we won't get it for the title, which is
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I liked the match. I thought it was really good. It wasn't like a Bayley Sasha caliber match, or it wasn't like Sasha Charlotte, like those classic matches that we got. But it was really good. I thought they worked really well together. And kind of like you said a little bit, like her or not, Alexa is a great heel. Especially in ring with her, being cocky and trash talking and stuff like that. Like a lot of, especially, it feels like the women don't really do that as much. It doesn't feel like. But she
maybe to the turnbuckle though.
Yeah, but I mean, she has like the facial expressions. She trash talks her opponent. She communicates with the ref. Yells at the refs. And I love that with her heel run, or her heel runs, I should say. And the one true queen has reclaimed her crown.
Well, technically, she never had this one, so
she retained her crown. Shut up.
Her clown.
Face. Shut your face. She's the queen of the universe. Shut it. I'm still confused as to why they pushed her back to a title so quickly, though. But
because we all want Bayley versus Sasha at SummerSlam for the title, and we're not gonna get it.
You're right.
Let's be honest, though. They're probably gonna get back to Bayley tomorrow. Come on, let's be honest, guys. It's the Raw Women's Championship. That's how it works.
They're gonna be like, her foot was on the rope, so we reversed the decision.
All right. The Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton House of Horrors match. I think from like a match standpoint, it wasn't bad as far as like the concept of it. Like I like the whole House of Horrors thing. Like I wish the title was on the line, but it makes sense. Bray Wyatt wants to kind of get in his head or whatever, which then again, when you really think about it, that really doesn't make any sense because they're kind of done with each other. So, but anyway, I don't know about how I feel about this. I think kind of like what you said. Like I just felt like it was dumb that they had to end it in the ring. Like, now, don't get me wrong. If like they were fighting and it just kind of, trickled back into the ring, then whatever. But
they had to legitimately get into a car and drive to the arena.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Like it was just kind of weird to me that as far as like how the ending was set up. I did like that. The Singh brothers, the Bollywood boys. I did like that they, got involved and Jinder got involved because I think that keeps that in the back of your mind. I like that Jinder stole the title too. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. Like I like that, but then again, like I think we all knew that Bray was gonna win this because the title wasn't on the line. Like, but anyway,
but he didn't.
What?
But he didn't.
Bray didn't win this match?
No.
Bray didn't win this match.
Bray won this match.
That's what I just said.
I thought you said Randy.
No. 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 But anyway, I mean, I think the concept was cool. I mean, it wasn't the Great War or anything. Like stop it. Like just stop it. Like WWE, you have tried this twice and it hasn't worked. The funny part is you tried this again with Matt Hardy in your locker room. In your locker room. Still couldn't do it, dang on it. So first off, that probably means that Matt Hardy does not deserve all the credit for the idea. Number one, and number two, bruh, like but for real though, bruh.
But they probably didn't even get any of his input. They were probably just like, "We gonna do this."
We got it. but yeah, Bray won. I'm not surprised. I'm more excited for Bray Balor because that's great. I don't know why they didn't do something with that too. Like Balor was there, and Bray was there.
we saw Balor. He was there. We know he there.
We physically saw the man, but I mean, they could have. They should have did something with that anyway. Casey, do you have any thoughts on the House of the Horrors and the match that was within that and the refrigerator that he threw on the man? Which now I don't know. I didn't see him throw the refrigerator on him the first time. I saw it in the replay. So did the refrigerator roll off of him? And they were like, "Oh my God, the refrigerator's on him!"
Yeah,
bro. Because I watched it in the replay. I was like, okay, they just didn't show he rolled it back on him.
No,
they act like he was like dead under a refrigerator when it didn't even stay on him. Come on, bro.
But yeah, this started out exactly like an Apocalypto-esque match, and I was like, "Yep, they're trying to beat TNA. they trying real hard." I just didn't. First off, I didn't like that Randy rode up in a limo, and I'm like, "What? Why?" Like, I feel like it would have made more sense if he just drove up himself. Because why are you gonna get a limo driver to bring you? I don't know. But I will give it to them. The outside of the house kind of felt creepy and dark and all that. But then when you got inside, for some reason, for me, it seemed like a slightly dirty, abandoned house, but I didn't get like a House of Horrors feel from it.
The babies were weird though.
Yeah, the babies were weird, but all in all, it was just like it didn't seem creepy to me, like enough to like be a House of Horrors match. But I do like that the Bollywood boys, I like the Bollywood boys, but like you said, I would rather have seen Finn somehow get involved. And
you mean the Singh brothers? I wonder, are they really related to Ranjan now?
When did they go from the was it Sierra brothers or when did they change the name like randomly? Like
the same time they changed the Shining Stars to the Cologne.
Yeah, okay. But at least we knew they were the Colognes before, though.
But then again, and then they still dropped him out the next week.
Yeah. And I do like that Jinder stole the title. I know I've talked about how they should do storylines like that, where somebody steals the title. So I definitely like that they finally did that again. But yeah, I don't know. They had so much potential in this match, and they were just like, nah,
bro. All right. Yeah, Jinder about to win that title though. It's happening. Hashtag Jinder for champ. But next we had Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. For some reason, this show felt super short. I don't know, like, do you feel like it felt shorter to you? Maybe because WrestleMania was 3 years long.
Also, it feels like WrestleMania was so long ago for some reason.
It does. Yeah, it does. But Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe, I definitely like this match. I like. I think did Samoa Joe botch a power bomb? I think he did. So you know all the Samoa Joe haters, here they come. Here they coming out. They coming out the woodworks now. But this was definitely a good match though. I love Samoa Joe working the leg. I'm a working the leg guy, man. I always used to be a figure four guy back, you know, when I was younger, and I used to do wrestling moves when I shouldn't have did wrestling moves on my brothers and stuff. On my one brother, my brothers, like I have more than one brother. On my on my one brother. Um, and I always used to. I had the ankle lock. That was probably my favorite. But the figure four was another one. But that jank hurt. They need to stop with that. But anyway, I love Joe working the leg. It was very fulfilling, self-fulfilling. I loved it. And I like it was kind of the typical Rollins fighting back with the adrenaline. My knee, my knee, my knee. Oh my god, my knee. And I like that. I always like the sell when like when he went for the frog splash and he probably could have ended it, but the knee. I like that stuff. I'm always a fan of that stuff. I love the although the power bomb was a little botched. I love the transition into the half crab and then the clover leaf. Always love when Joe does that. That's one of my favorite things ever in life, and I love it. But Rollins ended up winning, not with his new finisher though, which was surprising. Well, what people are calling his new finisher, the little Rainmaker knee thingy. But I don't know. I mean, and obviously it makes sense because his knee's injured. But I'm curious though. I want to see if they're going to continue with this, or what's going to happen with this, because there's some ways they could go with this to where it could be very interesting, as far as like maybe keeping it going. But I don't know. A little bit of me wants Seth Rollins to move on from the authority thing, but then again, it'll probably take forever. But then a little bit of me kind of wants to see what Samoa Joe would do without the authority, but without this Seth Rollins storyline now too. So I don't know. But Casey, thoughts on Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe?
I was definitely excited for it. I feel like this is one of those kind of indie fans' dream match in WWE. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this match again because I'm not sure if this match was really that good or if the previous match was just that bad. Because it was, I don't care what anyone says. They dropped the ball in that House of Horrors match. They did. But yeah, it was definitely a good match. It was one of those matches that you kind of do want to go back and watch again either way. Even if, he botched a power bomb. Oh, God, he botched a power bomb. He killing everybody. He killing everybody. I mean, but, if Seth Rollins did it, then he trying to kill somebody. Because, he tried to do that to Finn.
Finn.
I think he didn't do it. I think that Finn needs his revenge.
So we got a payback part 2.
Yeah. I mean, it'll better than Great Balls of Fire. That's an actual pay-per-view that they're gonna have. Yeah. Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah. Why? Anyway, maybe we'll talk about that at some point. Was that the discussion video you had mentioned?
No, I was gonna. It was about Pete Dunne. A video
okay.
Around.
Did you send me that video?
I will.
Okay, I was gonna say if you did, I didn't watch it. Anyway,
we had that discussion about WWE Great Balls of Fire. Okay. How do you even like push that pay-per-view? How do you talk about that seriously? Like,
I guess my issue would be. I mean, I guess we're kind of getting to the discussion now, but I think the biggest issue I would have is like what sense does it make? Like, I mean, unless they could bring back that old school Kane, and he can electrocute Shane's balls again, and there we go. Great balls.
and I don't remember if it's a Raw or a SmackDown pay-per-view, but let's just say it's Raw. And we still have, like, let's just imagine Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Braun, I'll see you at Great Balls of Fire. Like, that's going to be an actual promo.
That'll be it. He'll just drop the mic. I'll see you at Great Balls of Fire, Roman. Like, oh goodness. Oh wow. Yeah, that. But like, I just don't understand like how do you promote that? As far as like, it don't make any sense. Like it's not like Payback where it's like, yeah, these people getting payback. These people getting Great Balls of Fire though. Like I don't know how you would. We gonna move on. We go. But anyway, we got the main event: Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. I feel like this match was really short, like duration wise. I mean, it was only like 11 minutes, but still, it felt like it was way shorter than I expected. I have to go back and look and see how long their Mania match was, but I think it was super long. I have to go back and look real quick. But I like this match though. I enjoyed it. I like these two together. Like I feel like they like work off of each other very well. And I think half of it's the crowd. Like even though the crowd's complete opposite, like I think the crowd actually does a good job with this feud. Like the crowd builds this feud too. Like and this has been one of the feuds that's been built up, I feel like, very well. He didn't face him at Mania. I meant Fastlane. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see if this is going to continue because Braun Strowman did win, so that means the Romans got one, Braun got one. So I'm kind of curious to see if this is going to continue or not. And it felt like on Raw Talk. I don't know if anybody watched Raw Talk by the time this video comes out. They continued that the attack. Well, at least Braun tried, and Roman killed him. But I mean, I think this feud has built itself very well as far as with the way the fans react, and Braun being Braun, but also Roman coming back and like never give up, never surrender. Like I think this feud has done a good job of building itself, a little bit. But let's see, their other match was how long? 17 minutes. So yeah, like this match just felt shorter to me. Now, albeit Roman's hurt supposedly, so that it does make sense that he wouldn't be able to endure as much. But I mean, I thought it was a good match. I like Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Like I think the way it's been built has been it's been very well. So then when the pay-per-view matches come around, like I think they turn out pretty well. But Casey, thoughts on the main event: Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns? Was this what you expected to be the main event? Instead of one of the other titles that you have on. I mean, I love Roman. Don't get me wrong, and I love Braun, but But anyway.
I mean, I like their feud. I do. It's just they are trying way too damn hard with the heavily taped shoulder and chest of Roman to try and get him sympathy when they know it's not going to work. The fans are not going to have any sympathy towards him because they don't like him. Like it's, but the match was good. Like you said, it felt really short. Also, apparently, he has cracked ribs. With the chest protector. Yeah.
Chest protector, not a rib protector, Casey.
I don't know if you know where the ribs are.
Nah.
I don't know if WWE ever took anatomy classes, but we got the but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the blood, and that he's spitting on the wall. I don't know who got to clean that up, but and who's paying for all this ambulance damage? That's what I want to know. Like, he took the entire door off. I'm like, bruh. But yeah, I don't know.
I think I'll be honest though. Like I think the "I'm not finished with you." That was like I think the big cheer from the crowd was missing.
Yeah.
Not even in the bigger picture. I mean, like the second one when he went on Raw Talk. Like I think it kind of took away from that.
Also, like I don't know if does Vince realize that they're cheering for Braun and chanting "Thank you, Strowman," and chanting "You deserve it" to Roman? Does Vince realize this? Like, bruh, stop.
But too, I think that I think Vince is like I said before. I think he's scared of the like opposite reactions. But I think too he's scared that like if they turn Roman one way or the other, he's not gonna draw as much as he does. Because regardless of how much people hate him, he still gets the biggest reaction out of anyone. Period.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, Braun Strowman destroyed him, and then after the match, he destroyed him, and then on Raw Talk, Reigns destroyed him. So that was fun. I was expecting Reigns just to hit a spear and leave, like just no sell the entire match, the entire injury, like it just hit a spear and leave. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the show again before I give an actual thought process on this. But I didn't think the show was terrible as far as like the matches from bell to bell, but I felt like like you said, the finishes were kind of off at times. But Casey, any more overall thoughts before we leave the good people?
Yeah, I just think the finishes were weird. The whole setup of the show, like which matches came on when they did, felt weird. And honestly, they didn't need to do the House of Horrors match. They just didn't. I know whoever was on the DD account, I don't know if it was Amy or Miley, but I know they asked, whoever was live, like what the reaction for the fans were during that match. And I'm kind of curious about that too. Like how did the fans react to it? Because obviously it was on the video screen the whole time. So, and it was a pretty long, like it wasn't one of the like Hardy Boys ones where, they go backstage for a little bit and they show the pre-recorded and then they come back. Like the majority of the match was just.
So you're saying it wasn't the Great War?
I'm saying it wasn't nearly as good as anything that the Hardys did ever.
All right. But that was your Payback 2017 review. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for us. Share the video with your friends, with your family, with your dog. Your dog will watch it too. Trust me, I know. So share with them. But we do hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time. Next video we have is whatever discussion we have coming up next. I think Casey had one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I think it's gonna be on Great Balls of Fire, probably.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect. We might have a Scott Steiner discussion coming up.
The greatest pay-per-view of all time.
But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. We hope you guys enjoyed the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. This was DJ. That was Casey. See you next time.